my own mother had a stillborn and also a miscarriage. And I look back through the generations, and there is so much healing that's necessary when it comes to creating families and having healthy children and going through pregnancy and childbirth. And there's definitely a lot of ancestral healing that happens when we complete our families and we no longer feel the trauma and the pain and the longing and the emptiness, if that's your journey. And I know that was for me. And traveling all those miles was a pilgrimage to create the family that was meant for me. You know, with three daughters and my husband, we feel complete. And that healed me. You know, I think when I went through the trauma of that childbirth with my first daughter, I was left so traumatized. I had PTSD for a period of time of all the things that happened, which, you know, the stories I could tell you, you know, it's not the time or place, but literally, you know, the awful things that happened that left me almost feeling like I'd been in a war zone. And it wasn't until my twins came along, even with all the complications of their early birth and the challenges of having them registered as British citizens and everything that happened after, I was healed. And the trauma that I had felt from that childbirth experience went away as well. It was like what had needed to happen had happened. I was really deploying that beautiful synthesis of masculine and feminine, which has been a big part of my journey since then as well, since I have moved out of my former corporate career, which happened at the beginning of the pandemic, and now moved into working with people who are also in the masculine, working with people who are trying to balance the masculine and feminine, and finding a way for them to build businesses in balance rather than burning themselves out, which was such a big part of, well, every stage of my journey.